This is the story of every warship that sailed into history on D-Day. From the shores of Normandy to the English Channel, Allied naval forces delivered troops, firepower, and supplies under relentless enemy fire. Each vessel, from battleships to landing craft, was engineered for speed, armor, and precision to ensure the success of Operation Overlord. Body battleships and heavy gunfire support. USS Texas BB-35 New York-class battleship providing naval gunfire support. Armed with 8 14-inch/45 caliber guns and 21 5-inch secondary guns, Texas delivered long-range bombardment on German coastal fortifications. Fire control systems coordinated with spotter aircraft and shore observers, enabling precise strikes on bunkers, artillery emplacements, and pillboxes. Turrets rotated at 4 degrees per second with elevation from -5 degrees to 30 degrees, allowing dynamic targeting adjustments. Reinforced 11-inch armor on turrets and 9-inch belt armor allowed sustained fire while withstanding counter-battery rounds, giving infantry crucial cover during the Omaha beach landings. USS Nevada BB-36. Nevada's 14-inch guns delivered accurate bombardment on Utah Beach. Armor protection included 12-inch turret faces and 8-inch barbettes. Propulsion allowed steady positioning near shore while maintaining firing rates of up to 2 rounds per minute per turret. Radar-assisted fire control helped compensate for tidal variation and wind drift. Secondary anti-aircraft batteries and 5-inch guns defended against Luftwaffe attacks, providing consistent fire support to suppress enemy strongpoints before troop landings. HMS Warship Royal Navy British battleship equipped with 8 15-inch guns capable of firing 1,920-pound shells over 30,000 yards. Forward and aft turrets had independently adjustable elevation for concentrated or alternating salvos. Fire control teams integrated rangefinders, radar, and spotter planes to optimize targeting accuracy. Its armor belt reached 13 inches along the waterline, protecting against shore batteries, while steam turbine engines allowed maneuvering for optimal bombardment angles. Warship's continuous fire softened German defenses for infantry and amphibious vehicles at Sword Beach. HMS Roberts Monitor, shallow draft monitor equipped with twin 15-inch guns. Designed for close-in shore bombardment, its reinforced hull and stabilizers allowed precise targeting from near-shore positions. Radar-assisted fire control and mechanically adjustable elevation enabled accurate strikes on bunkers, artillery, and fortifications. Roberts's concentrated fire supported Utah and Sword Beaches, reducing enemy defenses immediately before troop landings. Cruisers and destroyers. USS Tuscaloosa, CA-37/USS, Quincy CA. 71 heavy cruisers armed with 8-inch/55 caliber main guns, complemented by 5-inch secondary batteries and multiple anti-aircraft mounts. Radar-directed fire control enabled precise targeting for night operations and low-visibility conditions, while forward spotters coordinated shell adjustments for maximum effect on coastal fortifications. Crew teams managed turret rotation, gun elevation, and ammunition supply under continuous fire. Coordination with destroyer screens and escort vessels protected troop transports from U-boat threats and Luftwaffe attacks. Both cruisers delivered sustained bombardment to Omaha and Gold Beaches, dynamically adjusting fire based on real-time observation of shell impacts and evolving battlefield conditions. Destroyers Fletcher class, Tribal class, Benson class fast, agile vessels designed for close-in bombardment, anti-aircraft defense, and convoy escort duties. Equipped with 5-inch/38 dual-purpose guns, torpedo tubes, depth charges, and light AA batteries, they could engage both surface and aerial threats. Twin-engine propulsion provided rapid maneuvering for positioning near beaches and evading enemy fire, while shallow drafts allowed operations close to shorelines. Crew teams synchronized gunnery, torpedo, and depth charge deployment while maintaining communication with landing craft. Destroyers conducted continuous suppression of German pillboxes, artillery, and machine gun nests, providing a protective curtain for slower LSTs and LCIs during repeated waves of troop landings. Escort carriers, CVE-class small aircraft carriers designed to provide close air cover, anti-submarine patrols, and artillery spotting for the invasion fleet. Each carried approximately 20 fighter and reconnaissance aircraft, including Wildcats and Avengers. Catapult launch systems and angled flight decks allowed rapid takeoffs and landings in rough channel conditions. Pilots coordinated with naval spotters and forward observers to adjust bombardment fire, suppress Luftwaffe attacks, and relay reconnaissance intelligence for infantry and armor operations. Onboard radar and communication arrays allowed real-time updates of enemy movements between sea and air assets and maximizing precision strikes while protecting the invasion fleet from surprise attacks. Specialized Landing Support (LST) landing ship. Tank amphibious ships carrying tanks, vehicles, and troops directly onto beaches. Length 328 feet. Beam 50 feet. Displacement 4,080 tons. Bow ramps allowed rapid deployment under enemy fire, while ballast systems stabilized the vessel on surf impact. Reinforced hull protected armored vehicles and crews inside. LSTs performed repeated channel crossings, coordinating with naval gunfire to time landings and minimize exposure to artillery and mines. Decks included winches and cradles for securing vehicles during transit, while onboard communications allowed coordination with other landing waves and offshore bombardment, ensuring precise and synchronized assaults under constant threat. LCI landing craft. Infantry shallow draft, 158-foot vessels designed for mass troop landings. Equipped with twin 40mm and 20mm guns, smoke generators, and navigational lights for night operations. Hull reinforcements enabled repeated beachings while cargo decks held 200 infantrymen. The crew coordinated with artillery and armored support to reduce landing casualties and maintain organized waves. The vessels also featured watertight bulkheads and retractable ramps for rapid debarkation under fire. Forward observation posts and signal stations allowed crews to adjust approach angles and timing in response to surf conditions or enemy resistance. LCT landing craft, tank medium landing craft, carrying up to 3 Sherman tanks or 30 tons of cargo. Twin diesel engines allowed controlled approach to beaches, while bow ramps ensured rapid offloading. The crew employed surf handling techniques and timing coordination with other LCTs and LSTs, delivering armored support essential for infantry advance and beachhead consolidation. Reinforced hulls and shallow drafts reduced grounding risk, and internal securing racks minimized vehicle movement during transit. Communication with beachmasters and offshore artillery facilitated real-time adjustments in landing sequence and positioning, allowing LCTs to adapt to changing combat conditions while maintaining operational tempo. Landing craft. Flotilla command ships. Specialized vessels directing waves of LCIs and LCTs. Staff coordinated beach assignments, timing, artillery suppression, and troop disembarkment. Monitored surf, enemy fire, and landing success to synchronize movements across the multiple Normandy beaches. Equipped with advanced radios, signal flags, and plotting tables, these ships maintained real-time awareness of all incoming waves, issuing course corrections and emergency reroutes as needed. Officers coordinated with naval gunfire support and reconnaissance teams to ensure smooth, continuous landings, while decks provided observation stations for tracking multiple flotillas simultaneously. Auxiliary and support ships. HMS Bulolo. Armed merchant cruiser converted to landing ship headquarters, equipped with radios, signal flags, and light defensive armament. Coordinated troop and ship movements, landing schedules, and shore-to-sea communications, served as the control hub for flotilla movements, reducing chaos during initial landings. Minesweepers cleared channels of mines for the main invasion fleet, equipped with sonar and mechanical sweep gear, small, maneuverable, and lightly armed to defend against enemy submarines. Essential for safe passage of LSTs, LCTs, and LCIs. Frigates and sloops, anti-submarine vessels protecting troop convoys, equipped with sonar, depth charges, and anti-submarine mortars. Crews executed coordinated attack patterns to neutralize U-boat threats and clear approach routes for landing craft. Amphibious and specialized vessels, LSMR/rocket-armed landing craft. Designed to provide intense, short-range rocket barrages against beach fortifications, these vessels mounted multiple rocket launchers along reinforced decks. Hull armor allowed them to operate close to shore under enemy fire, while crews coordinated timed salvos with infantry and armor landings. Rockets were angled and fired in rapid sequences, saturating defensive positions and disrupting German machine gun nests and artillery before troops went ashore. Onboard fire control teams adjusted range and trajectory in real time, compensating for wind, surf, and enemy counterfire. Hobart-class and Flower-class corvettes. Small escort vessels optimized for anti-submarine warfare, radar-guided patrols, and convoy protection. Their shallow drafts and tight-turning radii enabled precise maneuvering close to beaches and supply routes. Equipped with depth charges, hedgehog mortars, and light AA guns, crews maintained continuous vigilance for U-boats while coordinating with larger warships and landing craft. Radar operators monitored approaching enemy vessels and coordinated countermeasures, ensuring the safety of slower LSTs, LCIs, and LCTs during repeated. Shore bombardment monitors. Compact ships armed with large caliber guns designed for precise, sustained fire against bunkers, pillboxes, and coastal artillery. Reinforced hulls and hydraulic stabilizers allowed accurate targeting even in choppy surf. Gunners used forward spotters and onboard rangefinders to adjust elevation, deflection, and timing, softening enemy defenses and creating corridors for infantry and armored vehicles. Their mobility allowed repositioning along the coastline, providing continuous fire support for advancing troops, while minimizing exposure to return fire. From mighty battleships and heavy cruisers to agile destroyers, every vessel played a vital role in D-Day. Landing craft and amphibious transports delivered troops and armor under relentless fire. Escort carriers provided critical air cover and reconnaissance, coordinating strikes with naval gunfire. Each hull, turret, and ramp reflected engineering precision, teamwork, and courage under extreme conditions. Subscribe and comment which historic battle or naval fleet you want explored next.